So let's take a look at the physical count function in the SAMCO Carrera application. Selecting physical count. So the top of the screen has two tabs. The first is where we actually enter item counts, and the other shows us unposted counts entered by this user on this device. This allows for multiple users with multiple devices to only see the count information they are working on. So within the Count Entry tab screen, there are three different modes of entry that the count function supports. As you see here, default mode is a standard. If we click there, we can switch between the different entry modes, including our default mode, fast mode, and location mode. And we're going to go through each one of these separately later on in this video. In the item number field, you can scan a barcode or manually enter an item number. If neither are available, you can also use the lookup function by pressing the question mark button and search for an item by partial item number or description. So for example, we'll enter in partial description, and the system searches through the database and comes up with these 5 items. So we select the item we're looking for, choose the select on the bottom, and it brings us back to the entry screen where we're now at the location field. This being the location within your warehouse that you're actually doing your count at. And at this point, we can scan a location barcode if you happen to have a barcoded warehouse, enter one manually, or press the adjacent select field and select from a list of valid locations. So here we see these are a list of valid locations for this particular item. So let's select that location there. So this particular item has 3 different units of measure as set up in the SAMCO inventory item profile. We have eaches, a box which has a conversion of 500 eaches, and a case that converts to 2,000 eaches. This really speeds up the counting process for case lot items and reduces human error since the user doesn't need to do a whole lot of math. We also see at the bottom of the screen here the total quantity of this product in our warehouse and in this location, along with totals for the existing counts. So this is very useful to avoid duplication and when multiple users are involved in the counting process. So we've scanned our item, we've selected our location, now let's enter our counts. To demonstrate the different units, we'll enter 500 each. Select the next row, we'll put in 3 boxes, and then 2 cases. So you'll notice on the right hand side that the quantities are calculated out and the totals are all updated. So this adds up to 6,000 eaches. At this point we can cancel our entry or press done, and that sends this information off to the back office where it is available for reporting or processing in the inventory physical count function. Pressing the Count Display tab at the very top, we now see our entry. There's our entry right there of this product, this location, and in this quantity. So the labels at the top, all of these here, these can all be used for sorting. So if you wanted to sort by, say, location or by quantity or item description, whatever the case may be, you just have to click on it and it will resort. And you can press it multiple times and it'll sort up and down. So at this point, if we need to fix something, we can select it, or we can simply delete it, or start over, or update our accounts, whatever the case may be. And also, once the back office has created adjusting transaction from the counts, these associated records will no longer appear on the handheld. Let's look at the other 2 modes of entry. First, we'll switch over to fast mode. Select default mode, select fast mode. This is useful where you only stock items in one location, and by scanning or entering a barcode, the count for that item is increased by 1 and allocated to the item's primary warehouse location. So similar to default mode, you can also look up an item not only by barcode, scanning a barcode, you can also use the question mark to look up by a partial item number description. So for this exercise, we're going to enter a simple barcode multiple times. There we go. And now if we switch over to the count display, we see this item here, the first one on the list. was counted 4 times, and it was allocated to the default location, which is H. So if you lose track or need to start over, you can simply select the counted item and delete the count. This particular mode does not support editing a count. You would need to switch over to default mode. Go back here, select the count you want to fix, and then actually fix it. So let's switch over to our third and final mode, which is location mode. Now, location mode is very, very similar to fast entry mode, except that you're actually identifying or selecting the location you're counting at. So let's say, for example, we were at a different location. We'll say G03, and we're going to scan one of our items we've already scanned. We scan it, we go over to the item count display, and now we see the same item at G03 with a count of 1. Again, if you wanted to delete one of these, you could select it and select delete. Well, that about sums up the physical count function in the SAMCO Carrera handheld app. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos on this channel.